It's honor and pleasure to have a special guest here in Radio UrbanFm. With us is Mr. Ambassador of Germany Embassy here in Kosovo, Mr. Jörn Rohdevjen. With him, we will do an interview that is not about politics, and we will talk only about sport, in this case, about football. Mr. Ambassador, thank you for being our special guest, and thank you that you find the time to talk about football.
Yeah, thank you, Jörn, for having me here at UrbanFm.
I want to start, how do you feel about Germany's performance in this Euro 2024 compared to last World Cup, when we all know what Germany did in this last World Cup?
Thanks for starting with a very easy question. So far, I feel very good because I remember in my last posting in 2000, when I was in Sri Lanka, and then when I was watching here Qatar. That was not very successful. We were evicted very early, and so far the German team looks good.
You like the performance? We can see the new feeling of players, how they play in the field. How do you see this comparing to the last World Cup? But with my point of view, Germany didn't have that spirit that we all used to know how Germany plays.
Yes, I think everybody feels that. Football is a team sport, and these players on the field, and even the substitutes, they act as a team, and that's the most important thing in football. Of course, there's individual class, which was there before, but there was a team spirit missing, and sometimes also, I think in Qatar, there were a lot of discussions, on the plays, on human rights, and it was overloaded, and the essence was missing. It's a game. It's sports.
What are your thoughts on how this tournament is organized in your country?
So far, I'm very happy. I think it's, how shall I explain? I mean, also for the fans, it's an outburst of joy and passion, and and also peaceful gatherings. Whether it's public viewing in the stadium, I saw these images. Thousands of Albanians or Kosovo Albanians walking through the streets in Hamburg and celebrating also with rival fans. That's one thing which so far makes me happy, and also makes me proud to be the host. And the second thing is, I think, Germany tried to make these games as sustainable as possible, make it as green as possible, so that fans didn't have to go from north to south, short transport, that there was public transport available, that you could use in the cities, the public transport. Of course, there were some issues because trains were delayed, but overall, I think it's a great tournament so far.
How important is for the people in Germany to host this event? We know that football is way of life to many people, not just in Germany, but in the whole world.
Yeah, I'm a football fan myself. So first, it was great that we secured the tournament after 2006. I think was the last. That was the World Cup, and it's good because football is not only called the beautiful game; it's also a nice distraction in the summer, and I think. With a war going on in Ukraine and others, the Ukrainian team was welcomed, and very much, unfortunately, they had to exit after the group stage. So anyways, it's good. It brings people together, and sports is king, and you can see the great satisfaction that the whole tournament brings. I have seen so far only positive vibes.
There have been some minor incidents, but overall things have been under control.
Germans have the reputation to be good organizers, and I hope we can live up to this reputation so far. And I think it's always good. Now, when the host is still in the tournament, because that also brings an extra flavor. Whether we stay in the tournament, we will see tomorrow.
We will talk about this later. Who has been your favorite player so far in Germany national team? But why not in other teams? If you have any player that you liked.
I'm amazed. As I said at the beginning, football is a team sport, but I'm amazed, that you have really young stars like Yamal or Arda Güler or Jamal Musiala, seeing them on the same pitch with players who were already on the pitch when they weren't even born, like Pepe or Ronaldo, Toni Kroos, that with these icons. And I think this mix makes it so great.
What do you think about Coach Nagelsmann? Is he capable of leading Germany to the trophy?
I hope so. I have heard the Spanish guys saying, we want to retire him tomorrow. And so I hope this is postponed until 3 more games. And that's we see. But it will be a very tight finish tomorrow. And that's the beautiful thing. You don't know how it ends. I mean, everybody was expecting 2 days ago that I think Austria will beat Turkey, but it went otherwise,
That's why football is very interesting, because you never can know who can win. If Germany make it to the final, will you go to Berlin to watch the game in the stadium?
No, I don't have a ticket.
Okay.
And the second thing
I was
is
hoping that we can go together, but you don't have a ticket.
No, I don't have a ticket. And as an ambassador, there's clear rules. If your deputy is on holiday, you stay here. So I will watch the game here, and hopefully with Germany as one of the finalists. And we had so far, and great parties here together with Kosovo fans who came to watch with us, and I hope to have another great experience tomorrow.
How did you watch the games till today? I mean, tomorrow is a very important game, but do you watch with your staff, or how do you watch the game? Do you prefer to watch alone? Maybe because you're emotional when Germany play?
Yes, I'm of course emotional when it comes to watching, but I don't. When Germany plays, I don't hide the emotions. I do the usual stuff what fans do. I put some paint on or wear a jersey. But of course, some of the games which are not involving Germany, I watch at home. I didn't watch all the games. But tomorrow we always celebrated in a pub here, where we also invited some people. Sometimes also, a lot of Kosovo politicians, as we public figures, they went to Germany for the games. When I phoned them, you want to watch with me? No, I'm in Germany in the stadium, and I understand this passion, because I would have liked also to be there sometime.
I would like if you can give us a prediction about game Germany-Spain. What are your thoughts about this game now? What do you think it will go?
I think it's totally open. Both teams have great players. It depends also on the how they are set up tomorrow. I think both teams have great attacks, great midfield. The defense can be sometimes on both sides. There are opportunities, to put it that way. So I'm sure we will see a lot of goals. And my hope is, not a prediction, that we win 3-2.
It will be a good game if this happens, because with the 5 goals and of course Germany going to the semifinals. What are your thoughts on other countries' teams and their performance till this stage of Euro 2024?
As I said before, everybody I think was surprised, most of them, the Austrians themselves, that they exited against Turkey. I was impressed how the Netherlands played. Some teams had a slow beginning, but now, as you can see in the quarterfinals, most of the teams are, let's say, known quantities. Portugal, Spain, Germany, and England, Netherlands, and France. So, since I was born and grew up in Switzerland, I'm vouching very much that Switzerland stays in the tournament.
We also, because we have big reasons for Swiss also. You told us that you watch game with different personalities. Do you watch with any other ambassador any game here in Kosovo? And do you think starting a Kosovo Embassy League, it will be interesting maybe, because I know that you play football. This is my information.
Yeah. I don't think football is the passion of all ambassadors, so we will always have difficulties to field a team.
Okay.
But our embassy is quite big, and we play, regularly among ourselves, and that doesn't exclude, like some weeks ago when we played the Kosovo government, who is also consists of many football players, where we lost because ambassadors seem to be a bit older than this young Kosovo government. But it's it's great to be in Kosovo because, like as you said at the beginning, like in Germany, football is also passion number one when it comes to sports.
What is your position when you play this with your colleagues? And I guess striker,
No.
defender, or goalkeeper?
Yeah, we play six-a-side, so you basically
Okay,
play everything. But in my age, I play a bit more in defense.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that from time to time I score.
Okay, so you can score. You bring us something also here to us. Can you explain?
We
more
have,
detail?
we are distributing, and you of course can keep it. These are coasters, beer coasters. If you open that, there's there are beer coasters with all the game locations, with all the games, and I use it to remember myself. Oh, there's a game today. If you take the second last, So, I hope to put down the German name also for the final.
And also result. Yeah, that's good. So we will be maybe also again, we can meet if Germany goes to final. Why not?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, which team do you support in Germany now in way of teams?
Yeah, I was thinking of wearing my favorite team's tie, but that didn't fit to this kind of suit. So my team is Hamburg, where Albania recently played against, I think, Croatia. It's Hamburg, but they are at the moment in the second league. But I don't change my loyalty.
Yeah, of course, this is why fans are related to their teams. You mentioned the Albanians. How did you see their performance, both like a team but also like a fans? Because we saw many different articles about passion that Albanians bring to the Euro 2024.
I would say half of the Albanian fans in Germany were Kosovo, from Kosovo, or German or Kosovo Albanians who live in Germany or of origin. Again, it brought people together. The team was very passionate, but I think in the end, when you come to the knockout stage, it showed that passion needs to be combined also with experience and sometimes talent. And I think there the bigger nations had an extra advantage, and that's why the upsets were limited mostly to the group stage. But still, it's a great tournament, and
it's
Albania has a great team.
That Albania goes to Euro, so it's, I think, good performance because it was in the that group with top 10 national teams. Did you watch any Kosovo game national team in football?
I have been in the stadium several times. For example, I remember last year the game against Israel. And, I think Kosovo can achieve the same what the Albanian team achieved, that I think now we have the upcoming Nations League again. And, you have a new coach who is a German. I met him already.
We need this mentality, right?
Yeah. And in the end, if the team spirit is there and everybody is on the same page, you can really achieve a lot.
In this other case, I want to ask: do you have any other passion in sports, like except the football? Do you watch any other sports except the football?
Yeah, this year I was also very passionate. I watched some of the games in Mitrovica of basketball, and that's also it was very interesting to see this very close games between Mitrovica and Uli, and I saw last year the World Cup final between Germany and Serbia, and it was so tense. I think I went out of the room for 5 minutes because it was always going forth and back. But, sports any kind. Now we have the upcoming Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, I will not watch as much, but in Paris. But again, the whole world is coming together there. And I always also like track and field, and but team sports, whether it's football, is great to watch, because it's not only individual talent. You have to combine the strength of 5 or 10 or 11 players. And one more reason I came to Kosovo is also you have big high mountains here. So skiing is also
hiking?
one of my passions.
Okay, hiking also maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember one question. Did you watch any game of our local league, football league? Have you ever been to the?
No.
No. So maybe I can invite, and maybe we can see together one game of our league.
Yeah.
Here
The
our
Super
stadium.
League, no?
Yeah, Super League, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, no, I haven't. But I haven't also watched a German league game for like 2 years now.
Okay, because you're
Mostly
interested,
here, yeah.
of course. Mr. Ambassador, if you want something to add that is interesting to mention about your passion in sport or everything that goes to sport, because my field is only sport. You can, I don't know to do question in politics. So if you want something to add, please.
No, I would also say, since we talk a lot about sports is not only about top professional elite sports. I think sports should be part of a whole society, and that starts in school. It's very important. I think I see it with one of my sons, who's his teacher. That the state has to provide sports facilities, because one big problem in all our societies is sedentary lifestyle, and kids are on the smartphone like the adults too, and you need to be active. And if you start in school, you will never lose that habit. And too often there is not enough facilities. And I'm very much in favor that sports is part of your life as long as you can be active.
Yeah, during your answer, I just recall something that you mentioned. 2013, you know that Kosovo will be host nation of Mediterranean Games. Do you think that this will be a good thing for growing much more passion of sport here in Kosovo?
Yeah. I think very much, because we use Olympic Games, championships to modernize our sports facilities. Because afterwards you build a lot of facilities and they should be put to use. And I think that's a challenge for the Mediterranean Games, because you need to invest a lot of money. But the good thing is you should put it to use afterwards for the people of Kosovo. And I think that's the best thing which can happen, and not only for a 2-week event, but that it's put to sustainable use.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you for your time, and it was a big pleasure having you in Radio UrbanFm, and hope you had a good time.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.